Good morning. Well, had to restart my phone because it just was not hanging on to that internet connection, but it looks like we're good now. So it is 8:18 a.m. on Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Look at that. I got the day, the month, the day of the month and the year and the time. All right. I must be doing good, right? So you know how I don't normally plan ahead. But yesterday, after making the coffee that I made, I used a little bit of leftover milk in my milk frother, and I added another capsule of arpeggio espresso. A little cocoa was in the milk, and I added some eggnog syrup and some more milk, and wow, it was good. So I wrote it down on a paper towel there and hung it up so I wouldn't forget this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble, put my little whisk on here, and I'm gonna pop it down in here. The whisk is, the little black thing is magnetic, so it sticks right down there on the bottom, and I'm not sure what's magnetic on the milk frother, but when you push it down on there, you can feel that it sticks down there. Oh, I forgot the milk, didn't I? Okay, now what I did with this, okay, I need to take this off. Yeah, see, the whole thing's magnetic. What I did yesterday is I prepared it all. Let me move some of this out of the way there. Can you see? What is this here? The spoon, the lid. There we go. Okay. I prepared it all in here, okay? And then I poured it into a cup. Anyhow, before I talk myself into confusion, let me go ahead and do what needs to happen, okay? All right, so this is arpeggio espresso, okay? And I'm going ahead and preparing it right in my milk frother vessel, container, okay. Okay, there we've got that. Then, okay, I want to make sure I put these things where you can see them. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little cocoa in, just a small amount. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little eggnog skinny syrup. Okay, and I've got some Fairlife fat-free milk. Let's see now, I want to make sure, I want to get it just a little bit above the minimum level. There we go. All right, I'm assuming that it has a minimum level mark because, I don't know, maybe the thing doesn't work quite well or something. Yeah, it's stuck on there. All right. You know, maybe it doesn't work really well if you don't have enough in there. I don't know, but you know, I'm observing what it says. All right, and I remember I put my cups here. So let's see. Yeah, why don't I use this one? This one is from Kempten im Allgäu, which is the Allgäu region, like Bavaria in Germany, okay? And my daughter used to live in Kempten. Now she lives further south. You know, she lives right near, oh wait, I'll show you what she's like just a few minutes away from that. Isn't that incredible? That's the castle called Neuschwanstein that Walt Disney based his Cinderella's castle on in Disney World Castle, Disneyland. They both have the same castle. And it really is as impressive as what you see when you're watching a Disney movie, you know, and there's the castle, and it's just, wow. Anyhow, so she lives right near there. Oh yes. So actually when she was living in Kempton, that was about half an hour from there. Now she's like between 5 and 10 minutes from there. But anyway, so, oh, and see the cow on there with a bell around its neck, because the cows, they have bells that are like this big around their necks, because in Bavaria, that region of Germany, it's a big dairy region, and you hear the bells, you know, when the cows are walking along. It's really cool. Anyhow, so yesterday, I remember, this took longer than I was expecting. Let's just go back over a few things. When you add stuff to milk that you are going to froth, it can actually affect the froth so that it doesn't come out the way you expected, or it doesn't froth at all. Now, when I say stuff, you know, I don't mean really sweetener, but I mean something a little more substantial, like the cocoa or spices. So we'll see here. Isn't that nice? It definitely, we started off just a little bit above the minimum, so we definitely got froth here, okay? And look at that. Oh, doesn't that look wonderful? Wow. Okay. Oops. Oh, oh. Listen, I gotta tell you, this is so good. I am going to save this recipe. It's that good. Oh my gosh. Here, and let me just show you. Oh, good morning, Karen. Oh, good. I'll see you at Thanksgiving, Karen. Look at this. Wouldn't you love to be drinking a cup of this? Oh my gosh. Really, it is so good. So, this is what I used, okay? I used the eggnog skinny syrup, the Hershey Special Dark Cocoa, and milk, and an arpeggio. Did I turn this back around? An arpeggio Nespresso coffee. But you know what? You know that I love Nespresso coffees, and that's why I use them, you know? I like the way they taste, and the fact that there's always I can always depend on the flavor being really good, the taste being really good, okay? I think, though, you could do this with pretty much any coffee, and, you know, it would taste just as good with these ingredients. Oh, Phyllis, good morning to you. Phyllis, is it cold where you are? Here it's like, oh, it's already 46 degrees. It was like, I don't know, 41 when I got up, well, a couple hours ago. Or, you know what? How about you? I'm having so much trouble adjusting to the time change this year. I've been waking up at like 5 in the morning, maybe as late as 5:30. And then I'm starting to get so sleepy around, you know, 5, 6 p.m. It just feels like it's much later. And this morning I woke up, I think at 5:30, and I just made myself go back to bed until about 7:30 or so. Because this is ridiculous. People invite me to go places, and I'm like, oh, I'm already in my pajamas at night. So we'll see how this works out. trying to fight or adjust, I should say, to the time change by, you know, sleeping later. Oh, Phyllis says it's 30 degrees where she is in Illinois. Is that right? I remember that correctly. And Karen, you're down in Florida, right? What's the temperature there? I hope you know I would ask you since I asked Phyllis, right? Are you still there, Karen? So anyway, you know, because it can be cold in Florida too, although not often below freezing. But, you know, occasionally they do have freezes there. I can't remember what part of Florida Karen is in, but anyhow, well, I am gonna really, you know, I'm gonna enjoy this so much that when I'm done, I might make a second cup. And here's the thing about it. It's like having a lovely, creamy mug of hot cocoa, but you've got that little coffee kick in there, just a little bit, because it's, okay, it was filled up to here in this mug, but the espresso would have filled the mug up just, you know, maybe above that little line. But it's powerful enough in a good way that it makes this cocoa special. Now you might want to call it a mocha. To me, it's more like a creamy cup of hot cocoa with a coffee kick. I could drink a giant cup of this, really, because even though, remember, I didn't put much chocolate in at all, but I think the chocolate and the coffee together make that flavor. It sort of extends the flavor of both of them. I don't know, it's really good, y'all, really. Okay, well, I guess it's time for me to go. And I really thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you later.